Hold on, everybody. Welcome back to the TEC Middle School series. We're here for week number 1 of Rocket League. My name is Llama77. Joined with me, as always, is the beautiful mustache man himself, Hot Sauce. How are we doing today, Mr. Hot?
Oh, great. Just excited to see what these middle schoolers have to offer us here today. It's been great seeing all these new school additions to TEC and now the middle school Rocket League coming in on Thursdays. And there's just a plethora of talent in these young kids. So it's going to be a lot of fun watching them develop, grow, not just through the middle school season, but as they get older and progress through high school as well.
Always fun to see the growth and always fun to see some of these games. Of course, we are starting with a matchup between Central Cambria and West Green, two schools that we know and love as well. We've seen some of their players pop up before, so this is definitely going to be an exciting series.
Yeah, and a lot of students showing up to play this year. West Green actually has a D2 team as well that we'll check out a little bit later today. But first, Central Cambria, you mentioned it, going to be taking on West Green here in Division 1. These middle schoolers about to clash head-to-head out on the pitch. And you just love to see it again. It's just been so much fun watching esports develop as I've gotten older as well. So, obviously these kids getting a lot more opportunities, and it's just great to see.
Great and awesome to see. I think it's awesome to see as well, like you mentioned, so many Division 1, so many Division 2 talents that we're going to be able to see, but also just to get some awesome games. This is week number 1, by the way. Didn't start last week. We get to start this week, so this is possibly their first matchup of the season. This is how you get to set the tone, Hot Sauce, for how you're going to play for the rest of the season.
Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody wants to come out and get that win right away off the beginning of the season, but there's a lot to be learned from that first game of the season as well. And you begin to build your team chemistry and work on those basic rotations and verbally calling things out. So again, it's going to be exciting to see how these middle schoolers tackle their first game of Rocket League. For some of these, it's their first time really ever getting a chance to feel what that competition is like. So to be able to represent your school and to go out there and have fun is just awesome.
Crazy good opportunity, and I think as well, like you said, it's great to come out here and get a win. Everybody loves winning, but we honestly, we learn more from those losses. So to take one early here in the season would be okay too. Lots to learn throughout the season for all of these players. And you know what? The end goal is just winning and, learning at the end of the day so you can improve towards getting to that high school level.
Yeah, I think I heard you say something once about where we really don't lose, right? We win and we learn. And, I think that's a phenomenal saying as well. And hopefully it resonates with these students because, as you mentioned, yes, winning is fun. It does feel good, but there's a lot to learn from this camaraderie as well and playing with fellow students and having a good time working on those communication skills and different things like that. So there's a lot of different skill sets that these students can learn, not only from winning, but from losing as well.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about too. I mean, these players playing in person, playing together, they're not just playing in their mom's basement. They are getting those communication skills and working on life skills for the entirety of the season here. So it's awesome. It's what TEC provides, and I'm excited to see, like you said, not only those skills adapt in-game, but out-of-game as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they can take and continue on to use throughout maybe even their regular school days. So, but, with that being said, hopefully we can get them loaded out on the pitch because I enjoy Rocket League, win or lose. It's always fun to play, even more fun to cast. And I just get so excited for these students and the opportunities they have. So I do believe we're about to get all of these students loaded on the pitch. Again, first game of the season here for these middle schoolers. Central Cambria going to be taking on West Green here as well in this 3v3 no holds barred action.
Be fun 3v3, and we're playing the best of 5s as well. So that kind of medium series length is absolutely perfect to give yourself time to warm up, but it's not too long like the best of 7 where you're playing way too many games in the day. For these two teams, like we said, you have those chances to adapt in between games. You have those chances to get what you've been working on in the off season and prepare to get ready to go.
My parents were gonna watch, but
yeah, sometimes those best of 3s can be a little short. You can't really get things going as well. So, best of 5 allows them to make some mistakes if they have to in a game, allowing to correct those mistakes and kind of continue forward. So, but we'll see how they start out here today. Certainly a lot of talent between both of these teams as we get ready for our first best of 5.
Absolutely is so much talent. And that's the surprising thing as well. I know we mentioned it at the start of the broadcast, but it's just crazy to see that, when I was in middle school, I was outside just playing sports or whatever. And these guys, they've got the cracked out skills to be almost professionals at Rocket League already, which is absolutely insane to me. So many opportunities and so much improvement for the squads. And you know what? You talk about both the schools as well. There's schools that we know the names of. There's schools that are staples here of the TEC series, and they're ones that always seem to be contending for those titles.
Yeah, absolutely. And, now we've added even more schools over the last couple seasons as well. So, the pool only continues to grow, and we just kind of see that talent grow as well. And they continue to challenge each other and make each other better. So it's certainly wonderful to see the various types of competition that we have, even at the middle school level. It's pretty impressive.
Is all that competition really just starts to stack up. And that's the nice thing about the TC series as well, is everybody's getting better and better. I know we mentioned team through team, where like the Forest Hill squad, they have their Division 1 high school team that really helps out that other team, but as well it's teams helping out each other, saying okay, we won, but here's the things that you guys could do better, here's the VOD for you guys to fix a couple of these issues, and then everybody gets better together.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? Getting better together as we grow together here as well. So we are going to look to get everybody loaded, and we do apologize. Sometimes there's a little technical issues. The Xbox can't always communicate with the PC. Some of these Rocket League lobbies can be just a little funky. So do bear with us a few moments here as we look to get everybody loaded in. I do believe we'll have Central Cambria in red and West Green in blue as we look to get everybody loaded in here.
We got all 6 in, and we're ready to start up the match here. Like you said, we got Central Cambria in the red, West Green in the blue, and we are starting up with game number 1 of possibly 5. And I gotta say, Hot Sauce, I would definitely be down for a 5-game series to start up the day.
Well, more often than not, we seem to find those series that go in length. We seem to find those overtimes as well. So if luck has our way, we'll certainly probably be right back into those best of 5s.
We'll see if we're getting to the best of 5 in the game 5 as well. West Green, though, they're starting on offense. They've got some passing plays right in front of it, and I gotta say, the style from some of these kids as well. We're seeing AJ run the Merc. Absolutely love it there. The big beefy boy will give you some nice shots on towards the goal. However, the West Green defense is stepping up right now.
Yeah, West Green defense has to step up to find that stop, looking for the counterattack as Pioneer 3 pushing down now into the corner, has a little help from the teammate as they maybe get a little friendly bump along the way there. And again, trying to fight for position, but Central Cambria will find the stop and look for the counterattack. And I got to say, I do like seeing the Merc out there as well.
I mean, the Merc, it's absolutely a beautiful vehicle, but this is an absolutely beautiful shot. AJ Strongman with the pass on that Merc, and Rocky Legend jumps right up to the middle of the field to make sure to take that shot.
Yeah, Central Cambria off to a good start. Took them a little bit longer than a minute, so great defense from West Green, but in the end, Central Cambria will break through, find that first goal, and see if they can continue to press forward here. Rotating around, we see that ball floating high and dry near the Cambria side, but a nice chip over the head of one defender. The demo comes in as well, and Central Cambria looks to press forward.
Like to see the demolition, some good explosions out here on the field. Another great opportunity, though. Another great shot from the West Green offense. Pioneer 2, the long-range shot connects into the net.
Yeah, again, just a beautiful job here to come out and find an answer as well. It's not an easy task to do, and obviously you don't want to let the other team get too far ahead of you. So West Green to come out and find that equalizer in just a mere 20 seconds or so really speaks volumes for them.
Equalizer's there, and possibly bodes well for, like you were talking about, in this long series. Seven Dragon putting a shot up towards the crossbar. The follow-up not just there right yet. AJ Strongman sitting back for the 1v1. The Merc and the post is going to be able to block away that one, and Pioneer 1 almost gets into a Rule 1 there with the Merc.
Yeah, the Merc out there trying to Merc them on defense. Now the counterattack here on offense. We see Pioneer 3 going up, finding the touch they need to keep this one out of that dangerous zone here. Circling around, Pioneer 2 will have a chip shot across midfield. They continue to press forward down the field here now, finally gaining some ground and maybe finding their footing, so to speak. And a couple good bumps as well kind of keeps them in this one.
so far. Lots of that physicality. Not only the demos that we're seeing, but those bumps as well really do help you create some beautiful plays. However, half this game left to play. It's going to be Pioneer 3 putting a ring around the rosy shot. Goes post and into the crossbar all the way and out. The offense isn't done. Pioneer 1 and co just lurking around. Pioneer 3 and Pioneer 2 sending themselves forward with some beautiful shots.
Yeah, still all tied up 1-1 here. Both of these teams duking it out head to head, looking for that second goal, trying to be the first team to go up and get that lead once more. Now in front of the net, the defense goes up for the stop, but sometimes those sticks can be a little tricky, and if you just slightly press the wrong direction, you kind of flip away from the ball here, which I think is what we saw out of West Green. Central Cambria able to go up by 1, but with 2 minutes on the clock, there is plenty of time for West Green to answer back.
Absolute eternity left here on the clock for Central Cambria. That's also going to be their second goal for Rocky Legend. Love to see that little bit of extra flip, and this might be the hat trick. Bar down and almost in.
My!
Somehow the defense is able to save that one away.
Yeah, I mean, probably a good 70 to 80% of that ball in that end zone area there, and couldn't quite get the whole thing to cross the plane there and find that goal. So West Green going to dodge a bullet and a goal here as they continue to look for that equalizer, pressing down a big demo as well to help alleviate some of that pressure. A nice save comes in, another shot from Pioneer 3, and an even more beautiful save from Central Cambria as they are trying to stand true here at the goal line.
Trying, but it is going to be a counter-attack play. Rocky Legend, the hat trick for them, and off of a beautiful aerial touch off the side wall.
Yeah, Rocky Legend making sure that you know why Legend is in the name. Out of here putting on a clinic at the moment. 3 is no easy task. The hat trick has come upon us. Let him hit the field. 1:10 on the clock. We've seen West Green battle back before. We've seen them find that equalizer. We'll see if they can do it here once more.
Equalizer could be on the horizon. 60 seconds left to go, though. We'll see if this offense from West Green can get going. 5 shots already here on this game, but as time does tick down, do have to be a little bit careful of that defensive side here, too. The rotation Central Cambria has been able to punish a couple times, and Rocky Legend isn't done scoring. Wants to keep on going for even more.
Yeah, you can never have enough goals. You know, I'm greedy as well. So put as many as you can in, get that practice while you can, work on the quality of those shots. Rocky certainly looking to do that here as well. Just 30 seconds on the clock, and Central Cambria doing a good time of creating some aerial space here, eating up that clock as well, and just helping ensure that they grab this first dub in the best of 5.
First win right here. 10 seconds left to go. Pioneer 1 almost took it away from him, but down to just single digits on the clock. AJ Strongman driving forward with that Merc, but not able to take down the defense. It is going to be Central Cambria winning this first game.
Yeah, you know, you don't see too many Mercs grabbing the dub. So again, I like to see the change in skins out here, but Central Cambria just came out. They played a phenomenal game all the way through. We saw some really great moments from West Green as well. They were able to find that equalizer in the midst of things there early on, but Central Cambria playing consistently well for 5 minutes and able to take this first game. But that's the great thing about best of 5, right, Llama? We get a reset at 0 and they get another opportunity.
We get another opportunity to reset, and it is going to be a nice lead, but like we said, it is a best of 5 as well, so we've got at least 2 more games, and West Green put up some really good offense. You talk about the 5 shots, the goal from Pioneer 2, they were looking feisty on that offense, so if it goes here into game number 2, if they're able to score a couple of these early goals, we could be in for a long series.
Yeah, absolutely. We know that West Green has the ability to score as well. We've seen them kind of draw up some nice pass plays there as well. Central Cambria, especially Rocky specifically, seems to have a little bit more of that aerial control, that mechanical ability, but West Green able to step up, find those early challenges, and they can certainly prevent that.
To prevent those challenges here going into game number 2. Central Cambria looking to double up on this scoreboard, looking to get their second game. Rocky Legend was a legend in that previous game with that hat trick, the teammates helping to assist so well, and the first touch is going to go Rocky's way, but it's AJ Strongman with the touch to send it in.
Strong man and the strong van to send it on home. A nice job here to clutch up and make sure they grab that first goal. We saw West Green almost get back in time to punch this one out, but Central Cambria coming out a little over a minute to score last time. This time just doing it in a matter mere of 9 seconds.
Very quick first goal. West Green, though, was able to respond in that last game. We'll see if they can here in this second game quickly. Rocky Legend with the steal, the pickpocket, and the shot on goal.
Yeah, Central Cambria, I think, really starting to feel comfortable after that first game, and we can see that team chemistry once more. Rocky, who has been an absolute legend in this series thus far, will find another goal, the first one of game 2 after having that phenomenal hat trick in game number 1.
Hat trick, having now a goal of their own here in game number 2, and building on that lead that they had already built for themselves is going to be feeling very good. However, West Green, we saw their offense in the last one, can never count them out. The Merc in the corner, the passing play from Rocky Legend. It does look like they left 7 Dragon back to defend. I gotta say, Dragon, another really nice decal on the car.
Yeah, I love to see the nice decals, you know what I'm saying? Been working extra hard at them chores to save up them funds and get them skins out here. And Central Cambria now with that 2-0 lead. 4 minutes was plenty of time on the clock here for West Green. Good to see if they can string together a nice pass play here. A flick over one defender, it gets by, and there's Pioneer 2 with another beautiful goal.
Another beautiful goal here, and it's off of the little bit of backwards, upwards flip, whatever you want to call it, sending it straight towards the goal, and that cuts into the lead beautifully. This is what West Green worked off with last game. Their midfield passing plays and their midfield shots and stealaways have been absolutely beautiful. We'll see if they can continue it.
From the steal away to the fadeaway, now down by 1, looking to come back, knocking at the net once more. A chip shot over the head, but the defense will find the stop, nearly beating both defenders, but it's Rocky Legends this time, not on offense, but defense, coming up with a big save to keep the team up by 1. A good bump by Pioneer 2. They nearly string together a beautiful play, but they're not done just yet. Still relentlessly firing shot after shot at the net, and it should be only a matter of time. Fortunately for Central Cambria, they're able to find the clear.
That was just pestilence after pestering there. Shot after shot and the bump after bump. Love to see the West Green offense getting going and not being scared to take these plays. Rocky Legend, the last defender, back now in a 1v1. Pioneer 1, great save, and sends it away from AJ Strongman. The clear coming through, now a 2v1 on the other side. Boost is grabbed, but Pioneer 2 calms it down.
Yeah, able to steal that boost away from Central Cambria. A nice rotation around, fires back toward midfield for that teammate. The pass is there, not quite enough mustard on that one, as we'll see the save come in. The Merc downfield trying to make his presence known, but Rocky with a nice flick over the head beats 1 defender, 2 to beat. They go by, but the third will wrap it up and send it downfield.
It's a back and forth here, and the lead is only 1 at this moment for Pioneer 1, and coach is waiting for this to waterfall down, waiting for their shot. Pioneer, I actually like that touch, kind of stalls it out for a little bit. However, Rocky Legend had read it all the way through. A touch towards AJ Strongman towards the post, and the 4th defender of West Green finds its way to stop it.
Yeah, they got a little bit lucky on that one. Some deep breaths across the board as it does go to the wayside. A big demo here as well from Central Cambria as they try to open up that backfield on the West Green side. Pioneer 3 looks to pressure out, but the defense will find the stop at midfield once more for Central Cambria. And again, the pressure back and forth at midfield. Rocky reads this one nicely, but it's going to be just a hair high off the crossbar.
Backboard and down, clear the other way, but off the backboard again on the other side. Rocky, the steal away, slowly rolling. Can Pioneer 2 get back to it? Yes, they can. Great job there by the West Green defense, stepping up this game. Their offense has been there to match, but Hot Sauce, they're still down with 1:15 to go.
Yeah, their communication seems to be on point as well. We saw Pioneer rotating out toward the boost as his teammate had caught him off and found the save in front of the net as well. So right now the team communication seems to be tip-top. Unfortunately, they need to find 1 more goal. They are pressing toward that net. A minute on the clock here remaining for West Green as they try to battle back and find this equalizer for a second time. But Central Cambria looking to hold true here on the defense, still standing strong at the moment.
Yeah, the defense has been holding strong for Central Cambria, but they have been spending a lot of time down here on the defensive side. They have been forced to make 4 incredible saves. That is a testament towards their defense. However, eventually, law of averages tell us you keep shooting and shooting and shooting. Eventually, you're going to connect for one of those goals. Now, with 25 seconds left, you cannot let one in.
Yeah, you certainly can't score if you don't shoot. West Green not have a problem finding those shots. Unfortunately, can't quite find the back of the net just yet. Central Cambria is still up by 1, just 10 seconds remaining on the clock as they look to hold on. A big demo, though, comes in the way in front of the net, but a big booming clear the other direction will save Central Cambria, nearly getting one more consolation goal, but the time will tick away, and Central Cambria will secure game number 2.
Number 2 is theirs. Now 2 in a row, actually, back-to-back game wins and back-to-back great offensive performances that started relatively early there in the game. So for West Green, they've had the response, and I feel like, Ottis, they were just absolutely popping shot after shot after shot. So here in this next one, if they can connect on some of those, we could be in for, again, a really long series.
Yeah, West Green seems to be much better at that middle and in-game possession. It's just that first minute where Central Cambria has seemingly gotten that lead. So if West Green can find a way to slow Central Cambria down for this first minute, maybe only keep them, allow them to score only 1 goal, then West Green can certainly battle back and take this series.
The battle back can come through with a little bit of friendly fire goes on through, but Rocky Legend, who has just been absolutely insane so far in this series, not only had that hat trick in game number 1, but saves out and away here in this game. The anchor player, it seems like, for the team. However, both the teammates are helping out as well. You talk about AJ Strongman strongly putting that one towards the backboard. Pioneer 3 forced to make the save.
Yeah, the whole team playing well together here on both sides of the pitch. A bit of a triple commit from West Green. They have to be careful, but able to get back in time and find the stop. A nice flick over the head of one defender as he waits for the ball. Looks for a second flick. Will win the 50 as well. Pioneer 1 beginning to march down the field. Pioneer 3 looking for that chip pass across midfield. Unfortunately, maybe just going a little too fast as the ball gets away from the car, and Central Cambria looks to find a counterattack.
Everybody looking for the counter here. Nobody able to score in this first minute. Another save falls towards the way of West Green. Central Cambria, they've been a little bit on that gas pedal here to start out this game, but haven't had that early goal. Oh, I was going to say until now, but that shot just barely misses out towards that right post. Pioneer 3, the counterattacks flying down the field for West Green.
Yeah, we were talking about West Green kind of needing to slow the Central Cambria down. They've certainly done that here in that first minute where they tend to score their first two goals. So West Green certainly doing what they need to do. Now it's time for them to pick up the pace. This is where they really start to shine. This is where we've seen them score goals in the past around this 3-minute mark. So if they can get that early lead, come out on top here in game number 3, they should be able to secure it.
Should be. Still no lead, though, like you mentioned here in this game so far. It's still tied up 0-0, and at this moment, the shot counter has been relatively low as well. Strongman passes away to Rocky Legend, and the Legend finds another.
Yeah, the Legend has been secured here. A nice pass off the back wall there from Strongman, and of course, Rocky just being in a great position, looking for that second chance opportunity, and well, seemingly always capitalizing thus far. Central Cambria back up by 1. West Green hasn't allowed the lead to get out of hand, though, so still in striking distance. We know that they perform better in the second half of the game, and there's Pioneer 2 with the equalizer. A beautiful answer back.
This is just a nice interception play. Good spatial awareness. Better shot there. Even curves a little bit right at the end of it. And it is going to be the equalizer, just like you mentioned. After we started with nothing here in this game, the players have given us absolutely everything.
Yeah, he was able to bend it like Beckham out there, it looked like. Just put a little curve on that one to find the equalizer. Almost to that halfway point. West Green, again, this is where they start to shine. The game is not out of hand yet. They found that equalizer. Would love to see West Green score another quick goal here and put them up on top. See if we can't push this into at least a best of 4, but easier said than done. We see Rocky Legend, AJ Strongman looking to set up that teamwork. They've done very, very good throughout this series, and they continue to do so.
Teamwork has helped them out a lot. We saw the solo plays in the first game from Rocky Legend, but Strongman has really given some good passes over. This one dangerously goes to Seven Dragons Wheels. The defensive players on both sides, the anchoring third player really providing some amazing opportunities. Rocky Legend has got a 1v1, and Rocky through the air goes absolutely insane.
Yeah, we're going to take one more look at this one as we see him kind of setting that one up, just flying through the air. The defender trying to get up in time, but Rocky up over the top, dropping the shot into the back of the net. Central Cambria up by one once more with 2:04 on the clock. We'll look to see if West Green can battle back.
The battle back is there right now. Like we mentioned, Central Cambria is leading in the series 2-0, so they could close it out right here. However, we've seen West Green come back. We've seen West Green be able to score some really good goals, and towards the end of games, they get even more aggressive. So if I was the Central Cambria defense, I would not rest on my laurels.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to do, and you got to continue to do what's been working for you. You don't want to fall into that defensive position. You have some great attacks and great counterattacks. We saw the give and go, the pass play from Strongman as well to Rocky. So certainly they are utilizing that teamwork to a T at the moment as Rocky looks to put a little razzle-dazzle of their own by two defenders, but West Green will finally get the stop and look to counterattack.
Once again, but Pioneer 2, 50-50 out. It's going to bounce down. Pioneer 1 and 3, both in the area, trying to keep it in, trying to keep this offensive drive alive. However, 7 Dragon 82 and the rest of the squad is just playing defense, playing keep away, and trying to keep it out of their net. This one floating for a long period of time, but Pioneer's 2 shot is intercepted.
Yes, intercepted once more as they are fighting tooth and nail to find that equalizer. Just 40 seconds left on the clock. Central Cambria looking to close out their first series of the season in sweeping fashion. Strongman on that merge, still rocking it strong. 30 seconds on the clock as West Green looks to find the equalizer.
A lot of time, but you're only down 1 here, and this could be the start of the reverse sweep. If you can get a goal, if you can send it down the field, it starts right now. The boost pick up in mid, sending everybody forward, but Pioneers 1 is shut down by 7 Dragon 82. The save away and single digits once again is all that we have left to play. Pioneer 3, the intercept out of the sky, but 0's on the clock, and they're not able to keep it up. Central Cambria, the winners of the series.
Yeah, I mean, West Green really losing, I think, all of these games only by 1 point as well. So, I mean, West Green played a very, very good game of Rocket League, but in the end, there can be only one winner. Central Cambria able to close it out today. They played absolutely phenomenal. We saw a lot of great goals from Rocky as well. Strongman setting up those pass plays. So, really everybody getting involved. We saw the defense kind of just maybe relying on that single goalie opposition from Central Cambria, but it certainly worked very well for them.
It did, yeah. The saves were there, and like you said, the last 2 games only decided by 1 goal. The first game only decided by 2 goals, so a very close series, and we saw the aggression towards the end. If they find one of those stray shots and they go in, credit to the Central Cambria defense. They played absolutely lockjaw towards the end. Of course, you know, this gives me a lot of hope, man. This is just the start, and for what was a really close series, it's just the beginning of the day.
Yeah, and, you know, and it's great to see so many students wanting to get involved. I mean, West Green, the D1 team suffering a loss, but they have a D2 team as well. We're going to see Brownsville area taking on West Green's D2 team. So a lot of students showing up to have some fun, to play some games with friends and like-minded people. So certainly excited for that. But Mama, with that being said, we're going to take a short break so we can get these players loaded into that next game. Guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we got more middle school Rocket League action.
School series, and we are here for Rocket League action. Game number one, series number one, excuse me, already done, and we are hopping already actually into series number two.
Yeah, we're going to see Brownsville area taking on West Green's D2 team. So West Green back out on the field looking for a little redemption, and they're going to get it here early as Pioneer 2 will come out and score a goal within the first 18.
Really nice, right down the field, takes the shot over the last defender and gets that early goal for West Green. Nice start for them. Brownsville, lots of time to respond though.
Oh yeah, plenty of time in a game like Rocket League, as we saw 5 minutes to find this equalizer here. And we'll see the Ninja Chewbacca. I love me some Chewbacca action out here, rotating around. But again, West Green may be struggling a little bit in that last series. Not the case here, coming out very, very quickly and finding an early goal.
An early goal, got to be a good feeling here. We'll see how long they can keep up this lead though. Brownsville, some familiar names for sure. We'll see if they are able to find a goal of their own. Some coagulation around that backboard. We'll see Pioneer 2 have lots of boost to work with and wait patiently until Chewbacca steps forward. Now they'll use their boost across the corner towards the backboard. The passing play almost connects into the goal.
Yeah, we saw Pioneer 3 coming in for a little piece of the pie as well, but Chewbacca able to chip it up into there over the head. Now by one, a wide open net here as well. Has to take their time, and with ease will walk the dog on into the back of the net. Chewbacca.
Good to see it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. The steal away in midfield, the pop towards the goal, and nobody is back. So a nice goal for the Brownsville squad, and it's the equalizer we were talking about. So that lead did not last long for West Green, though. He scored the first goal, so not the biggest of deals. We're just back to tie.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not sure, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say maybe Ninja Chewbacca and Chewbacca play together outside of school as well. So maybe that extra team chemistry can help power the team along here. Both these teams tied up 1-1 at the moment. Chewbacca looking to carry down. Meanwhile, the other Chewbacca finding a big demo here at midfield.
Nice little demo. We'll see if it results in a goal. Pioneer 1 denied at the last second. Chewbacca able to get in front of it, save it out and away, and pop it down the field. Out of the danger zone, but Pioneer 1 has got 10 boosts to play with. The pop over the final defender. However, is there anybody there? The Pioneer 2 shot goes towards the post, and Pioneer 1 can't recover it in time.
Yeah, a lot of crazy things happening right in front of the net there. Fortunately for Brownsville, they're able to come away unscathed at the moment. Now on the counterattack as well. Ninja trying to get in the way of the defense here as well and keeping the drive alive as Chewbacca pressuring down Pioneer 2, looking to find a clear. Chewbacca nearly flicks that one in, but it will be stopped.
Save, another clear down the field, another good opportunity for both these two teams to try and find that lead retake. Again, Brownsville able to respond to the early West Green goal. However, it's still tied up, still an opportunity for both these two teams in the final half of this game to find a goal of their own. Brownsville, the offense is starting to fire on all cylinders.
Yeah, they're doing a good job really picking up the pace as well. But as we said, a long booming shot from Pioneer 3-2. They piece it together. And, well, now we've got West Green back on top.
Comes up. They said, you can respond to us. We'll respond to your goal too. A goal for each Pioneer 2 and Pioneer 3 here in this one. And about 2 minutes left to go here in this game number one. That's also an important detail is we are playing a best of 5 here. So only the first game out of possibly 5.
Yeah, it looks like West Green a little hungry for that dub here as they were unable to clinch it in that first series. Now fighting back here. Tooth and nail, clashing cars at midfield is West Green and Brownsville area. We see Chewbacca down there knocking at the net, trying to pressure and power on through. But right now, the defense is handing strong. But what the heck? 2 double demos.
Demo, boom, goes in the middle of the field. Car parts flying everywhere, and Pioneer 2 is still continuing off of that play. Love to see that little bit of aggressive nature come out from some of these players. Pioneer 1 has to play some good defense as it looks like the Brownsville members flying to try and contest. Pioneer 3 not able to save it, and Brownsville will tie up the game.
Chewbacca yet again coming in with a goal. And okay, can you do the sound of Chewbacca, Llama?
Cannot.
Dang, I would try, but I don't know if I want to embarrass myself. All tied up 2-2. The Chewbacca crew showing us what it do as they battle back into this one for Brownsville area. But West Green has had a lot of solid quality shots here, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're able to find at least one more before this last minute.
Very true. They've been able to respond both times. We'll see if they are able to respawn once again, West Green. And you score a goal right now. Could be the possibly last one of this game. The shot from Pioneer 1 will give a goal to every single player on West Green.
Yeah, everybody in West Green getting involved, and Pioneer with just a nice little chip shot over the top. We saw Chewbacca coming out. Unfortunately, the goalie kind of stuck just a little bit too far back in that goal. Couldn't quite get up quick enough to find that stop, and we'll find West Green out on top here in game number 1. But with 45 seconds on the clock, Brownsville has always found a way to find that equalizer. We'll see if they can do it here.
Seconds left to find that equalizer. Every single player from West Green a scoring threat at the moment. Brownsville has shown they can play as a team, though. They have shown that they can send this one forward, and Chewbacca is having one heck of a game for themselves. Off the backboard, maybe towards the goal line. Another great shot from Chewbacca, but it's ring around the rosy and out, unfortunately, and only 15 seconds left to try and find that response.
Yeah, good pinch in that back wall by Pioneer to keep that one out of the net. Now the pass work, the teamwork, the chip shot off the wall. They nearly get it, but this could be an opportunity for Chewbacca on the counterattack. Luckily, Pioneer 2 has boost for days, and they're going to lay waste and pick up game number 1.
Number 1 is theirs off of really, really good response goals. West Green, every single time that Brownsville was able to score, they were able to retake this lead, control the game, and get back in the driver's seat. However, on the other side, we saw some fantastic offense to start us out from Brownsville. And once again, another exciting series is brewing here.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was getting involved for West Green. We saw Chewbacca really popping off on the Brownsville area side as well. They had some really good teamwork. We'd like to see maybe Abruptly just get a little bit more involved as far as down the field goes. Having that permanent goalie can be nice, but it does set yourself up for some 2v3 situations.
Want to have those 2v3s, want to have your full player strength down the field. We'll see how the strength does go. And once again, if Brownsville is able to score here first and sort of shut down that lead and momentum that West Green was having all of last game. West Green is around, looking to try and score here early. However, though, in the paint and bouncing out, Brownsville will recover on defense.
Yeah, Pioneer doing a good job of kind of starving the opposition of boost as well, but maybe Abruptly had enough, and we talked about getting them a little more involved. We see that now from Abruptly coming down the field, finding a big demo as well, and now cutting up, looking for a pass play. Pioneer 2 will read this and steal away. Chewbacca alone in the goal. It's scary plays, finds the stop, but is it going to be enough? Yes, Abruptly will come by and secure the save.
What a save. I mean, that ball was half in the net there, but didn't fully cross the line, so it doesn't count. However, West Green, they're going to not take no for an answer here. Keep on pushing on offense, keep on sending everybody forward, and keep on seeing if they can try and find that magical first goal. It has been really back and forth throughout this first minute and a half as Pioneer 1 goes aerial.
Hey, sometimes you just got to keep on keeping on, and that's what Pioneer 2 is going to do right here through and through. We'll see the flick from Pioneer 1. Pioneer 2 says, I'll take that, no problem. Just drives it right on in, up 1-0. West Green back on top.
On top here, the first goal, and the lead continues to go towards West Green's way. Brownsville, though, we saw there for a while, lots of really good saves and extra pressure towards the other end. Got to give credit to West Green for that fantastic pass as well from Pioneer 1, and this one is going to be a passing play as well for West Green to score a second.
West Green scores a second goal after a long standoff between both of these teams. We will see West Green score 2 in quick succession. We'll see if Brownsville can come out and find an answer of the chainsaw topper there as well. But again, I think they just need to get a little far forward and maybe find a bump or a demo. They certainly have the ability to score. We've seen the talent here earlier.
Some Demos has been the MO of the other side, but as you mentioned, yeah, Brownsville, they've showed some really good offense. They have that potential. They've got 3 minutes as well. A ton of time here. Chewbacca is going to try and lead the way, stealing away off of their opponent's boost. Ninja's going to try and go for that back line this time, going for a couple of those bumps like we asked of them. And that goalie is stepping on up, doing everything right here, sending it on the offensive side, and a 1v2 almost resulting in a goal.
Yeah, I'm liking the changes from Brownsville area. We're seeing them step up. We're seeing them take a little more risk, getting down that field, trying to give themselves some more opportunities. So Brownsville doing everything they need to do at the moment to see if they can find a way to get that ball to fall into the back of the net across midfield. Chewbacca looks to extend that push a little bit further, but it does get away. And Pioneer, too, with a long shot from downtown.
Demo saves this one, but what a shot at the back of the car there, high and in. The Demo, though, definitely great to cut that angle down. The third goal flying on in from the West Green squad. Pioneer 2 is also 1 away from that hat trick. Brownsville going to have to do something about it. The good news is, Hot Sauce, they've got a ton of time to still clean up.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not 3-0. I'm kind of surprised that West Green is that far ahead because we've had some very close action here. Brownsville had a couple goals that almost went in that just didn't, unfortunately for them. And that's the way it goes sometimes, but still looking to battle back. 2 minutes is enough time in a game like Rocket League for Brownsville to start to eat away at this lead. 1 goal at a time, and it's wide open at the moment. Chewbacca trying to make it happen, but the defense somehow gets back in time.
That crossbar is such a meanie there, able to take the save and able to take that perfect shot out and away from Brownsville. We'll have to see, though, driving down the field, Chewbacca, 1 defender to beat, and now Ninja Chewbacca able to pop that one high. We'll see if the teammates can rotate back and in towards that one. Chewbacca stealing away and doing a ton here in midfield to keep that possession alive.
Yeah, time to keep the possession alive. Just 1:18 on the clock. Not a lot of time as it slowly has been dwindling away. We'll see if Abrupt can find a way to find this clear. They have re-upped on the boost. Now off the sidewall for a chance. Can they flick it over to the defender abruptly with a big demo as well to help alleviate some of that space in the back line? We'll see if Brownsville area can capitalize here.
It will. Woo! Chewbacca, the shot is going to fall right in front of the net. The passing play is what it ends up being abruptly. Ninja Chewbacca gets involved as well with that bump. All 3 players there to make that shot happen.
Yeah, a nice shot indeed as they collectively get together and find that teamwork to grab their first goal of game number 2. And they've done it in the nick of time because they've allowed themselves plenty of time to find a couple more goals, but a bit of a triple commit here. Now a friendly bump as well. They certainly have to be careful. Those minor mistakes can come back to haunt you if you're not careful.
Minor mistakes, but you've got time to improve on them. 30 seconds left to go. Pioneer 2 has an open net in front of them, but Chewbacca comes flying out of nowhere to make that save. Pioneer 3 and the rest of the company are there to try and push on forward. The cavalry is coming, and 100 boost in the tank for Pioneer 2. The teammate leaves it for him, and the shot in front of the net connects for the 4th and the hat trick from Pioneer 2.
And Pioneer 2, 3 goals off of 4 shots, comes with the assist as well. So 100% goal participation here from Pioneer 2. And with that goal, it'll definitely be the staple here on game number 2. So West Green able to secure game number 2 in this best of 5.
Maybe one final goal or one final play from Brownsville going on forward. The friendly fire, all right in front of the net. Pioneer 1 should be able to send this one off towards the side. Here's on the clock. West Green let that one drop, and West Green back-to-back games going to fall their way. However, like you were talking about, Hot Sauce, Brownsville, some really good offense. It just did not seem like the scoreline correctly showed what the game showed us.
Yeah, I mean, Chewbacca was down there in the mix. We saw Abrupt Lynx kind of getting out of that goal, out of that comfort zone and finding more plays, a great assist throughout that mix as well. So Brownsville stepping up in the areas they need to. Now they just have to play consistently well for that 5 minutes. Obviously easier said than done, but they're certainly doing a good job of maintaining that poise and not allowing those previous losses to affect their mental. So we'll see if they can come out and grab number 3, maybe extend this series just a little longer.
And they can extend this series. I would love to see more games between these teams. However, it just seems like for West Green, they have played some really good offense and always start with this lead. And once they do, they're just not giving that up. Pioneer 2 and 1 collide in midfield before they can take the shot.
Yeah, I would like to see Brownsville come out and find this first goal, because West Green, sometimes it does take them a minute to find that goal, but once they get into that rhythm, they really don't slow down. The teamwork continues to grow from that point of that first goal, and they just kind of continue to string together those nice plays. So we'd love to see Brownsville come out, find this first goal, maybe put a little statement on it as Chewbacca with a flick over the head. My man does it again.
Talk about a statement. This one is going straight from the bank. Cashed it in. Nice shot there. And the first goal, like you talked about, is going to give them some extra little bit of power, possibly momentum, possibly the start to the reverse sweep. Still a lot of time, and we know West Green can score quickly.
Absolutely. Brownsville just needs to continue to do what they did in this first minute, see if they can find another goal and extend that lead even more, because West Green has the talent out there to score in bunches. We saw Pioneer 2 with that hat trick in the previous game as well. Now looking to work the magic. No defenders back. We see Chewbacca boosting to get back there, so they should have at least one defender, but almost a near breakaway here for West Green.
Breakaway. We'll see if they can calm things back down. Pioneer 1, just the pop over the defense, and gonna take a beautiful shot when they have the opportunity to.
Yeah, well read. Only one defender to beat, has that chip. Sees the defender coming out. So just a nice subtle chip over the head of the goalie to find that equalizer. Once more, all tied up here, 1-1.
To 1, West Green with the response, and back to a tied up game where Brownsville is going to need to be able to find another goal here. However, their offense is pushing forward, stealing away some of the opponent's boost as well. However, it is a nice little touch towards Pioneer 1. It's actually just a passing play that finds its way into the goal.
We talked about West Green's ability to score. Once they find that first goal, the team chemistry really picks up and they kind of score in bunches, and that's what we're seeing here from West Green after being down 1-0, battling back here 2-1. We'll see if Brownsville can kick it in overdrive. We'll see if Chewbacca can slam another one home.
If they can get one. West Green responding now with 2 unanswered goals. Brownsville will have to try and find one of their own. They're going forward. It's Ninja Chewbacca taking it with the pass from their teammates to equalize this game.
Chewbacca with the shot. We were calling for the Chewbacca squad. Chewbacca squared, making it happen off the assist from Abrupt, and now they find the equalizer once more. And we knew it was going to be an exciting game. Brownsville not disappointing here in game number 3, fighting to keep this series alive.
Go to a couple more games here, this squad is, and they have definitely showed it. Both of these two offenses, 100% shot to goal ratio. Oh, Chewbacca had some sauce on that one, but it's going the other way. Pioneer 1 will let it bounce. The double touch into a great opportunity. Pioneer 1 just goes for the bump.
Yeah, it was a selfless position there by Pioneer 2. A nice pass off the back wall there. Unfortunately, can't quite get it to go their way, as Brownsville will dodge a bullet there. Have to get back and resettle, though. Kind of getting a little squirrely here on defense. They need to reset up, find that counterattack again. They're playing very well here in game number 3.
Really good back and forth so far, and this series has just been another good one already. West Green right now holding on towards this little bit of midfield power with that extra touch. Chewbacca and Co, they want to push forward. They want another goal, and they want this lead back. Pioneer 2, the missed touch might give an opportunity to Chewbacca and the rest of the Co. It's backboard. It's set up for a double touch, and Ninja Chewbacca was flying in there to get the touch.
Yeah, unfortunately, Chewbacca maybe was a little bit in the way. It looked like their cars had bumped and knocked him off the ball. So got to always remember to kind of cycle out and find those rotations when you lose your momentum. It's all about that speed and power, life in the fast lane, as we like to say. And Pioneer will find a big demo as well and make it 2 demos. He's handing them out for free.
absolutely free. You get a demo, you get a demo, and you get a demo as well. However, the demos don't result in quite anything. Ninja Chewbacca has got a fast shot and puts it on Pioneers 3's front of their car. 2-2. Great opportunities from both sides, but still no one able to break this tie, and the crossbar will keep it tied as well.
Unreal. Nearly getting that one. There was a demo in the background as well where Brownsville was able to kind of take out one of those attackers. Unfortunately, the second one had a little too much power. It went high and above there as well. Now Chewbacca on the counterattack. 1 minute remaining. Both of these teams tied here at 2 as they wait for the ball to fall, and it will. Chewbacca on the back pedal. Has to be careful. Traveling backwards is incredibly dangerous, and Pioneer is going to capitalize.
Pioneer 1 able to find the hat trick here in this game. The bouncing shot off of Pioneers 2's pass. And you talk about the passes as well. 3 goals, 3 assists here for West Green, and 50 seconds until they could possibly win this series.
Yeah, Pioneer 2 with a hat trick in the previous game. This time Pioneer 1, the whole squad showing you that they all have the skills to dish it out and deal the pain. Pioneer 2 with a nice chip over the head of one defender, and now a little bit of tactical whip in here at midfield. It does happen to us all from time to time, but 30 seconds on the clock. Brownsville needs 1 more to stay in it.
An offensive zone right now. That's the nice thing. They do need that 1 goal, but however, they are pushing. They are going for everything and sending their offense forward to try and find it. Only 15 seconds now as the West Green Company. They just keep the ball away. They try to play it and try to just drain this clock on down. Brownsville, 1 more opportunity. 0's on the clock, but it'll bounce on down. West Green, the victors of the series.
You know, West Green's Division 1 had a little bit of trouble, couldn't quite get the win today, but West Green's Division 2 showed up and showed out. Multiple hat tricks for multiple different members of the team as they clinched this dub in sweeping fashion. And I mean, 2 of those games were only separated by 1 point. Brownsville area certainly playing very, very good Rocket League as well. Just some minor things to work on those rotations. But again, a solid performance by both teams.
Great performances. I got to say, another great series. I mean, 2 back-to-back fantastic ones down here in the Tech Middle School series. And as a reminder, this is only week number 1. We've got so many more weeks, so many, much more amazing Rocket League action. And next week, Hot Sauce, we've got so much other action. You talk about we're starting back up the high school series, week number 3 with Rocket League, Valorant, Overwatch all throughout the week.
Yeah, I mean, TEC just bringing a plethora of fun esports to the scene. So, you know, I love them all. That's why I enjoy casting them all, from Valorant to Overwatch to Rocket League. It's just so much fun, and to see these, you know, middle schoolers adding a Rocket League team as well. So again, it just continues to grow, and it's wonderful for everybody involved. But you nailed it. I mean, 2 phenomenal series already. We've got 1 more exciting D2 game coming up. But with that being said, Llama, we do have to throw to a short break. But guys, don't go too far. When we come back, we got Divine Redeemer, another one of those new schools taking on Portage area as well.
And we're back, still here at TEC for our middle school Rocket League Showdown, week number 1. Salama and Hot Sauce up here to call all of the action. And I gotta say, credit to some of these teams, man. Hot Sauce, 2 fantastic series already, and we've got another great one to end out the day.
Absolutely. We're going to see Divine Redeemer taking on Portage area, a couple new schools that have been thrown into the mix of the TE series as we continue to grow and just add so much more talent to the roster here. So excited for this one just because it's 2 schools that we've yet to see. And again, starting out young at this middle school level, really giving them a great opportunity for growth.
And you know, they might be a new school, but we've seen some of the new schools over in the high school series really put a challenge to some of those big names. So don't be surprised if these schools come out and give each other a really good challenge and maybe even challenge for that trophy there at the end of the season. And that's what I think is so great, that not only have we had some amazing talent in TC, but more talent is continually joining and joining and joining.
Yeah, and again, as us casters, and we've been here a few seasons, and hopefully we'll be here much longer. But it's so much fun to watch these students grow over time. We've seen it at that high school level, from freshman to senior, and then going on to that collegiate scene. Now we get to see it at the middle school level as well. So it's just really, really wonderful to see all the growth and all the opportunities that they can get from this as well.
So many opportunities. You talk about the scholarships and the learning opportunities. Everything is there for them. And it looks like we are getting ready to start out our first game. It is going to be the Divine Redeemer squad here in the starting bar, down and in.
Well, I mean, you couldn't ask for a more exciting start, I guess. Divine coming in quickly here off the kickoff. I'm not sure if everybody was quite in or ready on that Portage area side. But, only 2 seconds off the clock. Plenty of time for you to come out and show you, this other team what you got.
There's lots of time for the Portage squad. And they're rocking the beautiful green, my favorite color. So I'll have to see if they can bring it back. Of course, Divine Redeemer, they've shown that they can now score off of kickoff. However, right off the second kickoff, Jelly Bean Lover, gotta say, love the name, will be getting some offense going.
Yeah, looking to show some of that aerial control already, as well as they were getting up high into the sky there. Cat Dev looks to find some pressure here. Divine now into the corner looking for that booming clear. This one will fall near midfield, and the boost will be collected here by Portage area.
Portage recollecting here for just a second. They'll have to play some defense, though, as Divine Redeemer did push up super heavily. 2v1 possibility. Jelly Bean Lover just steals away the boost and pops that one straight across the goal line. Would have loved to have a teammate there. They were a little bit preoccupied with those rotations, so a lot of good defense coming out to match as well from Divine Redeemer.
Oh, and the double goes by there. This could spell disaster. Luckily, Jelly Bean was in that backfield. Will find the stop. Looking to press forward, and again, showing some of this aerial control at such a young age. It's really fun to see.
Love to see that aerial control. Love to see the offense as well from both of the sides here. Starting us out in game number 1, Jelly Bean Lover going for the shot, and this one flies on in from midfield to goal.
Yeah, Jelly Bean just doing a great job here as well, sticking true with that pressure, firing those shots. Eventually one will fall, and a nice laser beam at that near half midfield. And I think it was just so fast the defense had trouble responding.
I think so as well. I mean, that is a tough shot to try and respond to. The speed behind it, really punching that one on in. Portage, they equalize out from that early Divine Redeemer goal, and they're back on offense. Right off the kickoff, they are not done pestering that back net. Jelly Bean Lover doing a lot of the work to get those entrances into the zone, but Cat is putting the work on to make sure the goals are there as well.
Yeah, Cat knocking it down. A beautiful job. And this is what you want to see from your team, right? You want to know that anybody on your team has the ability to score. Certainly, Portage area piecing it together nicely. We'll see if Divine Redeemer and the Merc can bring it on back.
I hope so. We'll have to see. They've got 3 minutes of time, and Portage now 2 fantastic goals. Not only that, but off of kickoffs, they've been getting some control. So if they can keep this held down, if they can just play keep away from the Divine Redeemer squad, they can maybe find another goal easily. However, Divine Redeemer, we've talked about their defense. It has really played well here so far.
Yeah, they're doing very good on the defensive side of things. Just need to work on that transition toward the offensive side here as it looks like Portage area will look for the long booming clear and the counterattack. Jellybean up into the air looking for another touch. And I have a feeling we're going to say Jellybean's name a lot throughout the season. They're doing a lot of stuff here early that is surprising for such a young age, including something as simple as those fast kickoffs. We're seeing that they're able to get there much faster than the other car because they are doing that flip at the beginning.
Flip at the beginning, making sure they can get there as quick as possible. But Cat now has their second goal on this game already, the third for the team. It's just that extra little bit of chaos right in front of the net, causing those goals to fall in the Portage way. We'll have to see if they can hold on to this 2-goal lead. They've scored now 3 straight. However, we know Hot Sauce Divine Redeemer, they've got some sick kickoffs that if you let them score, they could score multiple.
Yeah, you know, and again, I'm not sure if that kickoff goal came because Portage area wasn't loaded in the game yet. I'd love to go back and check that one out. But yeah, it's always a talent when you can get those early kickoff goals. But lately, it seems like Portage area is the faster team. They have those quick flips as well. And now they continue to pressure Divine, knocking at the net, looking to find a second goal to bring his team just a little bit closer to tying it up.
Bring that tying game back towards us. We'll see Cat get that mistouch out in the corner, but go back towards it. That extra little bit of power, not giving up on the play. Sending it off towards the corner where they will try and recollect with Jellybean Lover. All 3 players of Portage sitting far forward. Divine Redeemer looking if they could get the clear down the field. One man to beat, but Jellybean Lover demoed away, but makes the save.
Yeah, it gets blown up into tiny car parts, but fortunately for them, strong enough to make the save first, which is the important thing. Cat looking to bang another goal into the back of the net. Unfortunately, can't find it there. Now rotating around the defense on the back pedal here as Portage area continues to pressure forward.
That pressure seems like a lot of this game, other than that first starting goal, Portage has been able to control the outcome, and Jellybean Lover, a nice shot towards the right post.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want some jelly beans right now. Haven't had a good jelly bean in a while. I don't like those gross ones though, you know.
No,
The bean
we're not bean boozling. No. We're not doing that. It's only the best stuff out here. And for Portage, they're showing their best offense. 2 goals for 2 of their players, 100% shot to goal ratio, and they're leading here to start out this game number 1. Important to note, still some time left, 30 seconds, and still a best of 5 ahead of us. So Divine Redeemer will see if they can maybe bring things back here in this next game, or if they can take some goals getting aggressive here right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, they had a solid start, but Portage area just able to consistently battle back, and we see Jellybean looking for one more as well. The defense will find the stop, but E60 with a big demo here as well, and that could open up the backfield just a bit, boosting around, and we see E60 just on the hunt here for these defenders that might be resting near the goal line.
I love to see that. The defender stepping up and saying, if you're going to sit still, you are going to get bumped or demoed out of the way. Portage is going to be the ones that are winning this first game. Lovely stuff to see for them. Divine Redeemer had that early goal, and of course, they still will have at least 2 more games here in the series, but Portage, really good offensive showing.
Yeah, I mean, Jellybean, Cat both finding 2 goals off of just 2 shots. We saw E60 really supplying those pass plays forward and even getting up there to find those bumps or those demos on that defense resting around the goal line. But again, when Jellybean is up for that kickoff, watch for that early flip that they do. You're seeing them do some a little bit higher tier level stuff that you normally wouldn't see at that middle school level.
Yeah, so much talent you talked about on not only this middle school squad, but this new squad. Jellybean Lover is going to show it to us once again. Goal off the kickoff.
Yeah, you know, just 7 seconds off the clock. And, you know, if it wasn't Jellybean, it might have been Cat almost fighting each other for these goals right now. And you love to see a team that is hungry to score and hungry to win.
Absolutely hungry. The Jellybeans definitely eating them up for the fuel here to start out this game number 2. Jellybean Lover and Co going to keep on pushing further up in front of that paint area right in front of the net is where they have scored a lot of their goals. It's not only the first touch, it's the follow-up where they get a little bit of that chaos we were talking about. Maybe get those bumps, demos, whatever it takes. The backboard double touch is what it takes this time to almost score another.
Yeah, and fun fact we're getting from the production back here as well. Divine Redeemer has a player that this is actually their first time ever playing Rocket League. And honestly, had I not been told that, I wouldn't even have known, because certainly they're doing a phenomenal job out here, especially for a first time.
Is actually pretty crazy here. And we talk about the defense. It has been really stellar. Yes, they've let some goals slip in, but they are sending it up the field. Boost is going to be grabbed up towards the skyline here for Jellybean Lover. Able to carry it away. It's actually a pass towards Cat, and Divine R24 has to step forward. Their teammate flies back to make the save, and it'll go to the corner.
Tucked into the corner. Divine doing a good job of holding the score to 1-0 at the moment, but as the caster, I shouldn't have opened my mouth, because Cat comes in with another quick one.
Another quick goal right in front of the net once again. A beautiful shot, and that's what Portage has got to show for us. The start of the season looking good for them. Divine Redeemer, though, a couple of saves already. We'll see after winning this kickoff what they can do with it.
Yeah, I mean, Divine Redeemer showing some really good key moments as well. It's just in Rocket League, you have to consistently play almost lights out for 5 minutes. So to be doing this well, especially as a first-timer as well, really speaks volumes on its own. But again, just to get out there and have fun. It's great to see these students getting out there, participating in something, an extracurricular activity, and just having a great time.
Another great extracurricular goal, though, here for Jellybean Lover and Cat. They're going to combine once again for this offensive power. And it's not only that it's just one of these players, it's the teamwork for me, their communication. And when you have 3 players, Hot Sauce, that are just absolutely talking it out, telling plays to each other, it's so hard to beat.
Yeah, it just makes those rotations easier. You kind of know where your teammate's going to be. It helps you set up those pass plays and find those give and goes, those goals as well. So, it's just another piece of the puzzle to make it that much easier when completing things. And certainly Portage area doing a great job of that so far. We see Jellybean in the air once more. A little help down below from Cat, but this one won't fall in. And it's actually E60 coming up from backfield to put this one away.
This is really nice. Jellybean Lover, once again, a beautiful assist, but E6, we've talked about how they've been able to step forward. That defender/anchor role, you need to be able to know when to step up and take that shot. They seem like they have that spatial recognition down for sure, but the Divine Squad, they are going for some demos here, and the post is going to eat one up.
Yeah, good early demo there to help alleviate some of that pressure from Divine Redeemer. We'll see if they can kind of find a way to push this one out. Unfortunately, it does take a funky little pinch here from E60, and this one will find the back of the net here once more.
Cat and E60 pinch this one together and get it in. Another goal here for the Portage offense. Divine Redeemer, a really good defense. It's just these passing plays that Portage is getting time after time, being able to get it out of the corner and centering it back towards E60, who is now swapping up roles, passing it up, and getting Jellybean Lover their second.
Yeah, and we're seeing some good early demos. I think Diviner had one there off rip from kickoff as well. Unfortunately, maybe just kind of coagulating together a little bit too much in the corner. You want to spread out just a little bit, have somebody near that goal circling back, and just work on those rotations. You never want to double or triple commit if you don't have to. So Divine Redeemer, again, having a lot of key great moments. It's just kind of piecing it all together for that consistent 5 minutes.
What it was all about, consistency over the 5 minutes. And gotta say, for as much as Divine Redeemer, their defense has played consistent, the Portage offense is playing consistent as well. 10 shots already recorded here in this game. They're playing very selfless as well. It's not just like one of these players is saying, I'm taking over the game, I'm taking all the opportunities. They're playing as a team. They're passing the ball, the most important thing in Rocket League, and they're scoring because of it.
Yeah, they're playing, as we like to say, a well-oiled machine right now. The cohesive unit is clicking, and from the pass plays to the shots, the give and goes, it's just all kind of falling in their direction at the moment.
Another one will fall their way. This time, Cat Just a nice little soft touch there, forces the defender to make a quick decision. That's always the toughest one, is when there's that little bit of chaos like we talked about in front of the net, and then it forces it to go on in. The eighth goal here for Portage, starting to rack up some nice advantage for themselves. They've got a hat trick for a couple of players here too. Divine Redeemer, though, we know if they could score a goal here, if they could get something going towards the other side of the field, and especially a clear, maybe they could find some goals.
Yeah, and sometimes we have those tough games that get a little out of hand. You can't let the score represent that. Yeah, it might be 9-0, but you've played a good game of Rocket League so far. So you just kind of got to take a deep breath, buckle down. As we mentioned, sometimes, it's the first time even ever playing this game. So there's a lot to learn from this. You can always go back, watch the VOD review, pick up on different things. And if you're going to suffer a loss, it's always great to suffer it at the beginning of the season as opposed halfway or at the end. There's a lot to be taken away from this, a lot to be learned. So again, if you're Divine Redeemer, you hold your heads high, you continue to play good Rocket League, and you just learn from the past.
At this point as well, you still got one more game at least in the series that you could try out new things. You talk about, yes, taking a loss here possibly at the beginning of the season, but as well, if you try out that playbook, if you find things that work, as long as you are improving, that is what the games are all about. Portage, obviously for them, got to not get complacent either. They're stepping very far forward with their offense, and I'll give them credit, they're scoring off it here, but we talked about Divine Redeemer, if they get one clear, they could be in trouble.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Portage may be feeling extra confident, as you see in that replay right there. All three players all the way up by that goal. So if Divine Redeemer could find a long, booming clear, there's going to be an open net in that backfield, and they can certainly capitalize. But again, it just kind of goes back to some of these fundamentals on who's going forward and to work on that team communication, who's going to go for the ball on kickoff, who's going to go for the boost, who's going to be near the goal for that defensive in case they get an early, early booming shot off of kickoff. So it's just a few minor things to work on, and obviously, as we talk about, VOD review goes a long way for that.
Yeah, it really, really does. And it's nice to also have another person there. Because I knew when I played, like, you know what, I didn't make a bad play there. No, that wasn't my fault. But then you get an outside part that's like, okay, Llama, you made a bad play there. And you're like, okay, I understand now. Nice to have that neutral party. But also nice to just talk about it as a team. Either way, Portage finding another way to score here. These kickoffs in the offense been going very good. Jellybean Lover will find another.
And Jelly being able to knock down one more to make it 13. Again, obviously this game got a little out of hand, but you just take a deep breath, you reset. Those things happen from time to time, even to the best of us, myself included. So, and I think you just kind of go back to some of those fundamentals, say, hey, I noticed that we're all three going for the ball on kickoff. Let's set one to stay back, let maybe two go, and just kind of talking it over, working on some of those basic fundamentals as the season progresses.
All about communication, learning, and just getting some time in game. Like you talked about, it's possibly some of these players' first time playing Rocket League. Definitely would not have guessed that from the defense of Divine Redeemer. They've got a couple of great saves already. We'll see if they can get anything here in the final 26 seconds. It looks like also Portage, credit to them, they have planned kickoffs. It's not just they're winning these kickoffs, but every single time they're having that communication factor. They're saying who's going forward, they're saying what position they're in, and they're using it to win almost every single kickoff.
Oh, absolutely. And you can tell Jellybean is someone who has played Rocket League before, and not just a little bit, quite a bit. Certainly a plethora of skill out there as well, both on the ground and in the air. So again, no easy feat if you're Divine Redeemer, but again, there's a lot to be learned from this. And even in that last series, I mean, it was much closer. I think 1-4, able to score that early goal as well. So we know Redeemer has the ability to score. Again, it comes in time, right?
Absolutely does. Portage, though, is going to be walking away with this second game towards their favor. The offense starting to really find its groove and really find its mark. I will say a large difference from that first game. Divine Redeemer was able to slow them down a lot. And now we get to go here into this game number 3 where I think, yeah, you did lose the game, but Divine Redeemer, again, they learned a lot. The lessons are there. And often, Hot Sauce, if you're a team that sends too many goals in, sometimes you reveal too much of that playbook to your opponents.
Yeah, and I think we saw Portage area maybe feeling a little overconfident from that game. They're all three cheating very, very far
Wait,
forward. So
Nettie.
Divine has the
Oh,
ability
crap.
here to punish them if they are cheating forward, maybe finding those long booming clears and such. So we'll see if they're able to do that here in game number 3.
See how it goes. We're ready and roaring to go for game number 3. Portage, a good start to the series, but we have seen crazier, and we always know that we love a Cinderella story. Jellybean Lover right off the rip is going to take their first shot of the game, but the defense, once again from Divine Redeemer, getting confidence, stepping up, and getting some of these bumps and clears out and away. The midfield control, though, however, from Portage keeps it in.
Yeah, they just have a great rotations. They always have that third man pressing up to midfield, trying to maintain that ball possession and that field domination. They've certainly done a good job thus far, but Divine Redeemer maybe getting back to those skills that we saw in game number 1, having some strong defensive stands here, finding some stops in front of the net as well. A good bump there as well to keep that one out, but this could be trouble. And we saw Divine Redeemer making some solid stops in front of their net. Unfortunately, couldn't quite find that clear. But again, Llama, we see all 3 players from Portage area up so far here. If Divine Redeemer can find a way to get that long booming clear, they're going to have an open net in that backfield.
Very true. One clear could really change up this game. And I also got to say, Portage isn't just giving them like that chance on defense. Yes, they've made these incredible saves. This shot going to go right towards the post, but also these bumping plays from Portage. They're saying, okay, you got 1 or 2 defenders in the area. We'll send a player to try and disrupt it. That's why the Portage offense is so good, is that Divine Redeemer, yes, they're bringing good defense, but it's so hard to play defense when they're just sending all 3 players to bump you.
Yeah, we've seen some key demos from Divine as well. Unfortunately, just not going their way, but already playing much better here in game number 3. So making some good adaptations and recognizing what their opponents might be doing. Jellybean crossbar down, and this one will find its way into the back of the net.
I love to see this play. That aerial control you're talking about, so surprising to see at this level. Jellybean Lover shows it to us. Their 3rd shot of the game, able to solidify it into a goal. Divine Redeemer, though, starting to get a foothold, starting to get some pressure on this game, and they're only down by 2. That is realistically a scoreline you can come back from.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, playing much better here in game number 3. The defense has stepped it up a bit. Unfortunately, this one will find a bouncing way to find the back of the net. But again, I mean, we've seen better rotations from Divine. We've seen some solid demos as well. And so certainly making steps in the right direction.
Some steps, taking it 1 step at a time here. Portage is going to get a goal for every single player so far. With the 3, though, they have been shut down a little bit on some of them. Divine Redeemer, they have been able to stop a couple of the shots sent their way. Not save, but maybe sent them up to the crossbar or post. This one is just going to pop right on in. Cat with their 3rd shot of the game will find their 2nd goal.
Yeah, and again, I think here on kickoff, we'll notice we'll see like Divine, all 3 members are going for the ball on kickoff. Typically, you only want the furthest one forward to go. So if you're on the same spot, that'll be the person on the left. As a rule of thumb, will be the one to go. But again, all 3 members there coming forward on the kickoff, and it's really opening up the backfield here. So they just need to work on that team communication a little bit and say, hey, on kickoff, I'm going to go for the ball, and just kind of talk that over each time when they're getting set up.
I know I love rushing for it right off of kickoff, but you send all 3 players forward. You got nobody back for defense, unfortunately. So as much as I love to play that striker role too, I kind of sometimes fall into that pitfall. Although I just want to go forward and hit the ball. But don't we all? Portage able to pick up their 5th goal off of some really successful hits off of kickoff. This time it's a little bit different here for Divine Redeemer. Oh, the Cat broke the rule 1.
Cat broke the rule 1. The Rocket League gods are frowning down upon them at the moment, and they've been winning all of these games thus far, up 5-0, but breaking a rule 1 like that could be disastrous.
The karma could come quickly, but Jellybean Lover, well, the karma's not on them at least. They'll be able to take a goal for themselves. And again, a little bit of the aerial tapping, the chaos in front of the net, and the 3rd goal, the hat trick for Jellybean Lover. But I don't know, half this game left to play, man. Those Rocket League gods, they are frowning.
Yeah, they better grab that boost and see if they can outrun karma, because breaking that rule 1 is a no-no in the eyes of most, but maybe not everybody knows about that rule at a young age as well. So, time could tell, but certainly if you're going to play Rocket League, you might want to check that out. Up 7-0 though, as Portage area begins to fall into that play style they're used to.
Back in towards that goal-scoring offense. Jelly Bean Lover able to solidify yet another one. It seems like their passes as well, very clean and crisp. Divine able to get a piece of this kickoff and almost able to pop it down the field. Oh, that was a goal in their sightlines here, but E60 making sure at every turn to try and put the pressure on the demolitions at high speed here. They do give Jelly Bean Lover an opening. That was a really good offensive series there for Divine Redeemer.
Yeah, it was definitely a good offensive series, but unfortunately, as we know, it doesn't always go your way, and Jelly Bean will capitalize. And, I guess thinking back, maybe for some of the parents at home that might be watching their kids, a rule 1, for those of you who don't know, is when 2 opposing cars clash head-to-head and they become at a standstill. Nobody can go anywhere. You don't want to break that. You just have to continue go head-to-head until your teammates either find that goal or get the demo. So breaking rule 1 is really frowned upon in the Rocket League scene, for those of you who might not know.
Definitely is. The rule 1, one of the classic ones, the rule 0 as well, that when the clock is at 0, you gotta keep playing on, because of course the game doesn't end until that ball hits the ground. But Portage, they are playing with the goal rule. They are just scoring lots here for themselves, and it's off of this passing offense time and time again, just setting each other up for success. The double digits here on the board, but Jelly Bean Lover showing their skill.
Yeah, we saw a close game number 1, and these other ones may be getting a little out of hand, but I think it's just because Divine Redeemer is out there saying, hey, let's try new things. Let's just all boost for the ball. Let's just go crazy and see what happens. So, it's good to try different things, see what works, what doesn't work. But at a minimum, at least go out there, boost around, smash up some cars, and have some fun.
Fun. That is what it is all about here at the TEC series. We'll see if Cat and the Co can play some defense, because Divine Redeemer was putting on the offense, transitioned up the field, and Jelly Bean, nice little aerial touch.
Yeah, honestly, this aerial control right here is absolutely amazing at this age. There are some high schoolers or even further in the collegiate scene that can't even quite do that. So I've made it a chant myself, and my aerial control isn't that good. So for these young students to have that inept ability is super, super fun to watch.
Small flex. I made it to champ myself, but okay. I was sitting down in bronze, but I don't have that aerial control either. 60 seconds left on the clock, and Portage showing everything in their skill set, in their tool belt, and using the playbook towards their fullest of their ability. Divine Redeemer, though, they're getting some bumps down midfield. They're having fun, just like you talked about, and Divine 24 almost pops that one into the net.
Yeah, and I think sometimes people underestimate how annoying a bump or demo can be. Yeah, you get hit once, you're a little frustrated. If someone is constantly bumping you for the full 5 minutes, finding demos, bumping you out of the way, not allowing you to play your game of Rocket League, it can be mentally frustrating, and it can affect your opponents as well. So it's always something to think about.
Something to think about here for these two teams. 45 seconds left to go in this game number 3. Portage was able to win those first 2, and with a healthy lead here in game number 3, we'll see what Divine Redeemer can take out of this one. Maybe a goal here right at the end, but Jelly Bean Lover passes it to themselves. The waterfall down. A nice, beautiful play.
Yeah, maybe just showing off a little bit here for those watching at home. But Jelly Bean certainly has the skills to do so. So kudos to them for putting on a great performance here today. Portage area just really playing very, very solid together as a team as a whole.
Absolutely solid. They are playing. 30 seconds left to go here. Divine Redeemer is going to let this one go in, but man, they had the boost to try and get back to it. Using those resources really well. Cat, another goal for them, and it's going to be a hat trick as well. Just so much credit to this entire Portage team. Not only are they playing selfless, they're all these scoring threats, and it's incredibly hard to play against a team when they have 3 really well-rounded communicating players.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be tough to go against. So kudos for Divine to not letting it affect their mental, to continue to play through the end of the game and really just go out there and have fun, as we mentioned. because it's not always easy to do.
Really is not. I can tell you this game is going to be dropping on down. Zeros on the clock, and Portage able to solidify it here right at the end. It is going to be Portage 3-0 in the series. However, like we mentioned, I mean, for the possibly first time playing Rocket League, Defiant Redeemer just played absolutely well. If I wasn't told that, I definitely wouldn't have thought it was their first time. Their defense into some of their kickoffs, like you said, it's all about that improvement and moving on down the line.
Yeah, I certainly couldn't tell it was a first time thing as well. I was absolutely awful at the game when I first played. So, hats off to them for stepping out of the comfort zone as well and getting involved and something that they're maybe not used to. So it's great to see more students get out there and take advantage of this. And we often talk about there are no losers, right? There are winners and there are learners, and we learn from our previous losses. So, you can't let that define you. You just get back to the grindstone and you get out there next week and you have some more fun.
What it's all about at the end of the day. Just hopping in the game, having some fun with the rest of your teammates, and seeing what you can do out on the pitch. I think, unfortunately, though, that is the last series of the day. So many fantastic, awesome games and awesome players that we got to witness. But I will say this week is also going to be done for TEC. But like we mentioned earlier, we got so much going on next week. We got Valorant for the high school league on Monday. We got Rocket League on Tuesday. And we got Overwatch on Wednesday. And then you got to be back here. Make sure you're hitting the follow button here on the channel, because we'll be live with another set of middle school Rocket League next Thursday as well.
Yeah, and you're going to want to make sure you follow the socials, whether it be Twitter or Instagram, the top 5 plays for each game coming out as well. You never know when you might see yourself on there as well. But as Llama mentioned, that is going to be all for us today. We do want to take a moment to thank everybody who is helping out there behind the scenes, ManCan and the production, everybody behind the scenes at TEC, the students, the parents, the teachers, everybody who is out here supporting as well, because without everybody, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out and giving us a little bit of your time. But that will be all for us today. We'll see you back here at Monday around 2:45 Eastern, guys. Take care and have a wonderful weekend.